Well, hey, Naressa here, back with another journal to share with you. And I'll just give you a sneak preview of it before I go into it. Put my stamp on the outside this time. I have 3 signatures. This was all constructed except for this right here. I used real book. I used a real hardback cover book, like from the Dollar Tree, and I made it so it's super, super hard. But all the rest of it, you know, is all handmade. I did like everything from scratch. Um, yeah, I really liked how it turned out. There's some cheesecloth, lots of stitching, as you know. There's some Tim Holtz fabric covered spine. Everything is super sturdy. I got this from, what's that lady's name? Something, oranges or something like that. 2 silver oranges, something like that. Anyway, she makes these tags in her shop. If I remember, I'll put the link to it, or I'll write her name in for real. It's like Jessica Rapp. That's who it is, Jessica Rapp. And there you see the 3 signatures. And this size is actually the same size as a traveler's notebook. Okay, it's like the same measurements, like that 8 1/4 by like 4 1/4, something like that. And this is an old envelope that I just reused, and I stuck a picture in here. You can take this picture out, or you can put your own in, but I didn't do anything because when you get the book, you can glue it down yourself. But there's how it could look like. Just say if you put your own kid's picture in there or whatever, you can just slide it in, cut it to size and slide it in. You can see that's an envelope. So yeah. All right, so enough about that. I can never ever ever take these things off on camera. So it's like a double tie of this what is this stuff? Y'all see I haven't been on film in so long. Anyway, whatever it's called, I forgot. This oh yeah, I'm just blank. I went blank. Anyway, let me go ahead and get into the book because I'm not going to re-film. Of course I'm not. But those are all the goodies. So I'll go inside. Left the original book cover part. So it's super hard. And I got a whole bunch of tags from y'all, I ain't gonna keep trying to remember all these people's names. So I think it's Veronica Tucker. I bought a book and she gave like a whole bunch of goodies. Yeah, that's what it is. And then here I put in, I made these like Sigita coffee stains. So I made a roll and I've just been enjoying these. I just snip off whatever I need to put inside the book. I actually love them. Makes everything look, you know, handmade. So I love it. There's some cheesecloth on the edge of that. Little pockets. That's a beautiful tag. And some of these, like, I have not seen these in a while. So I'll be like looking at them, really looking at them again. It's an envelope by Sigita. These tags, I love making them out of the guest checks. There's a rusted paper clip. Everything is coffee dyed. Script stamped. It's one of those Tim Holtz flowers, I do believe. Just some coffee dyed scrapbook paper, some ledger, you know, the usual stuff. I'm trying something new, y'all. I'm loving doodling, and I got this from Yvette Quale. I think her last name is spelled Quale. And just seeing that doodling, like I doodle in my own journals that I keep, So I'm like, why can't I just doodle? And I love it. I just been working inside these, like, kind of like my own journal, but I know I'm not going to keep them. I absolutely love it. See, I did like a lot of spray inks here. That's some Tim Holtz paper. But I'm loving putting those doodles in, and whoever gets it, you can color them in or do whatever. But I have been really enjoying doodling in these journals as I make them. And I know I'm not going to keep them, so I hope, you know, others will enjoy it as well. Got this from Veronica Tucker. Fabric, I guess she either printed on that fabric, I'm not too sure. But I love this like skinny size, and this is from Rebookery. The skinny travel notebook is what I really enjoy working in. And this right here, that comes from like I have some, hold on. That's this stuff that you get from like Marshalls and Home Goods and stuff like that. I get that and I keep it, and then I like coffee stain on that paper when I'm coffee staining or when I'm painting or inking or stenciling, and then it will dry up like this, and then I just cut it in and use it in my journals. So there's a piece there, and I'm really enjoying using those. See, it makes such good texture. I did one of these Edith Holden. Oh, that one's just a skinny tag, and on the back I put some hymnal paper. I used some book pages. Some of these book pages actually have real kids scribbling, like right here, but I really like the image on that, so I just kept it in. So feel free to cover it up, or, you know, put some writing on top of it, whatever. And then I have like some journal prompts here that you can use throughout the book. I bought this eco dyed paper off of Etsy. It is real eco dyed paper, it's not a printable. So I bought it as real eco dyed paper. There's a pocket. This a tag I made, and I made it into like a little flip, like a little hinge flip. Kept the strings on. You'll see a whole bunch of strings throughout. Here's some more of these little tags that you can use throughout. See here, the kid scribbled on the page, but I just put it on top. If you want to glue that down so you don't have to see her face anymore, you know, do whatever. I'm feeling like I want to keep this book. I absolutely love it. This is like just my style. Here's another Edith Holden tag that opens. You can journal all over that. Because I like pretty much more places where you can journal. I don't like a whole lot of pockets and tucks. Because I'm going to show you in another video how I use my journals. I've made a couple, but I'm going to make another one because I've spent a lot of this time journaling in my own books. There's the pen work that I got like from Yvette Quale. I love it because I love to stitch, but just that idea is so fabulous because it just brings out that edge of that paper. And that's this paper, but I don't have to sew it. Okay, it's hard because sometimes the paper's, you know, not sturdy and it'll rip. So that pen work just brings out enough of the paper. I absolutely love it. That's decoupage. There's a piece of that strip that I made and I just glued it on. There's stains, spray inks. That's Tim Holtz Distress ink, and this is Tim Holtz paper. There's the other side of my doodles. I don't know, it just adds so much. It doesn't make the paper plain anymore, and without adding bulk. So I'm loving that. So check out some of Yvette Quale's work. She's over there on Nevermore Creations. She makes the books to sell. I don't think she has a YouTube or any kind of channel that I know of. But I love her journals. So that really inspired me to put something new in there. There's a little bit of slow stitching. Flower, that's supposed to be the stem. Sigita I brought from a kit book page, and you can just journal straight on top of that. Just love this journal. It's just so vintage, so tattered, worn. There's that eco dyed paper, piece of envelope, Tim Holtz. This is an old photo I bought like out of an Etsy store, and they gave me a big one that fit just perfectly in here. So you can glue this down if you want. You can glue another piece of paper on top, but I kept the original writing in there. Looks neat. And then this is just muslin, just layered with some Tim Holtz and a piece of music. So there I go. I'm starting to talk better now. Y'all haven't made videos in so long. Well, let me take that back. I've been making children's videos for schoolwork. So I'm a little bit rusty at this. Forgive me. And I don't like making the video part, but I love making books. I got that in a swap a long time ago. Fit just perfectly in this little crocheted lace or crocheted trim or whatever you want to call it. I love it. And there's the back of that photo, black and white photo. So I've got a lot of inspiration from lots of ladies, of course. I like those little photo things, black and whites. I got that from like Moonside Parlor. I love that. So basically I've really just been making journals and like playing with different techniques inside these journals, but I know I'm not going to keep them. They'll probably be up for sale because I have so many journals. I love that texture. This has over 100 pages of just yumminess, in my opinion. If you like vintage, I love that vintage fabric. There's a vintage doily in here. There's that tag from Jessica Rapp way on the top. Stitched some lines on that paper. A little bit of washi, gessoed so you can write right on top of that. That's some Sigita paper. Maybe come from her home country, I think. This paper, I'm just in love with it. But you can write straight smooth on top. And there's where I did a whole bunch of spray inks and stuff. And then I just cut it out or tore it out and used it right in the book. Love that. Here. I'm loving these little hinged clear tags. So that's some Tim Holtz that I used for the hinges. Some more of that pen work, spray inks, some what is that? Some doodling, some of that crochet vintage. It's vintage, I know that. I got that from Rebookery. Again, there's some more of my little trim that I made from Sigita. It's on some tracing paper. So y'all forgive this rusty video. But I've only just been playing. I really have not been making videos or anything like that. This is a pocket. It's actually the middle of the signature. If you want to glue it, you can glue it. But if you just like to open it up and write on it, you can. And I left the little page inside for journaling. So it's up to the buyer. There's that tracing paper with some script stamp. There's those old black and white photos. You can just get those off Etsy. There's that. Doodling. More of mine. Handmade guest check. Some more of that paper. Sigita paper. Got some little tags in here. Guess you can be surprised when you purchase, but there they all are. Poke some out of time cards and extra scrapbook paper. So this opens up. Loving the ledger paper, Tim Holtz, and adds a pocket. from Veronica Tucker. So that's all I have for you today. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.